Good morning, Facebook land. This is Jamie with Gem Life Academy, and today is May 2nd, 2020. I hope y'all are all having a lovely, lovely weekend. This is an interesting time in life. Can't say that I've ever experienced anything like it, and I'm fairly old. I just had a birthday last week, and I'm 43 now. So, yeah. Spent it at home with my kids while my husband was at work, and it was very nonchalant. However, we celebrated 2 days beforehand. We had steak and baked potatoes and shrimp and all kinds of good stuff for my birthday. My husband really treated me right. So today's video is going to be a couple different things. Actually, it's just two things, but the one is going to be a little bit about my health, which somebody had reached out to me, and I just thought I would update that. And then the main part of this video is to show you what we are going to use for Miss Ella for the 2021 school year. I am really excited. She's not so much. She doesn't really care for school, but that's okay. One, my health. I did have an MRI a couple months ago, and for rule out MS. My MRI was negative, but they still haven't ruled it out. My doctor has gotten laid off from the clinic that he worked at, so I'm kind of back to square one on what's going on. The MRI being negative at that time was kind of not the most reliable. I mean, it's a reliable tool, but they're not sure what's going on. I don't have Lyme disease. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, that's enough about that. I'm a healthy person otherwise, other than when I have those little relapses. Okay, so we're gonna get into the curriculum. And I always do this, and I really should look it up, but I haven't. Curricula, whatever, for Ella's 4th grade school year. Currently, she is in the 3rd grade. She is very big on being in her grade. We use the Good and the Beautiful, level 1 for her language arts right now. We are flying through it. She's doing quite well with it. I do push her to do 2 lessons a day because we don't school every day. We do school year round, and so that should allow us the freedom to be able to do 1 lesson a day, get through it in an okay time, but she really wants to catch up to her grade level in language arts. So I'm trying to push her. By the end of this next school year, she might be. I don't really care. This next school year, we are going to do 1 lesson a day. After we finish level 1, I'm not going to push her. So, like I said, we school year round. My daughter is a gymnast. In normal times, we have 28 to 30 something hours a week of gym during the day, and that is why we homeschool. Plus, she hates public school, and she didn't like the co-op school that we kind of went to. So that's why we do what we do. She is a hard student to work with, but we get it done, and the days that it's an easy day is so worth it because I can see the lights clicking in her head. We struggled and spent several weeks on multiplication, and now we're getting into division, and it's all of a sudden clicking with her, and so that's very rewarding. She does not like to memorize facts though, and we've had to kind of have a come to Jesus meeting and say this is how it's got to be because you have to memorize your facts. So with all that said, here is what we are going to use for the 2021 school year. I'm sorry, I space out every once in a while, and I just woke up and haven't had a whole lot of coffee. I see everybody drinking coffee on their videos. This is my coffee. So for language arts, we are again going to use the Good and the Beautiful level 2. Not again, we're in level 1 right now. but we're going to use level 2. This is the newer edition. I buy everything and have it shipped to me because I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to print. I don't want to use my ink, and I love their paper and I love their pictures in here. This is kind of controversial in the homeschool world. If you don't know, Jenny Phillips is a Mormon who developed this homeschool curriculum to make it better for her children and decided to produce it for everyone else. There is no Mormonism concepts in here. It is just general Christian faith-based. It takes stuff from the Bible and that's it. I don't particularly go to a gas station and go in and say, what religion are you, before I buy their gas. So I don't question this. This works for my daughter, and I'm going to use whatever works for her. If there are things in there, which I have not come across yet, we will just skip them, and I'll say it a different way. There are things in other Christian curriculums that I don't agree with, so I have skipped them. I don't see any problem with this. So, enough about that. This is wonderful for my daughter. It has beautiful artwork. Of course, I would turn a page that has no artwork. But it has beautiful, beautiful artwork, which she really, really enjoys. This covers phonics, reading, spelling, writing, grammar and punctuation, literature, poetry and memorization. Ella hates poetry and memorization. Art and geography. This is the first one that, the first level for us. We started in level K, and then we skipped around, and then we started in level 1. Sorry about the glare. This is the first level that has geography. I'm excited about this next year because kindergarten and the level 1 that I have were the older versions, and so some of the lessons were really, really long, and supposedly in these newer ones they have shortened them, so we can do a lesson a day in no time at all. It does add lessons to it. I mean, it, you know, in level 1 I think there's 90 something lessons. We're about halfway through, so I was hoping to get through it by May. I don't think we're going to have that done, but again, we school year round, so no biggie. But I'm really excited for this. This comes with some phonics cards. I haven't opened these. We have 2 other sets, so there is no need for us to open these because they are the exact same thing. And quite frankly, we don't go over them a whole lot. We do in the beginning, and then we do kind of in the middle, and then in the end to see where she's at. But that's it. So if you need some phonics cards, I got them. It comes with a personal reader. She was very disappointed that these were not spiral bound. She loves to have spiral bound because she likes to open it up and it to lay flat, not like this. So I am considering taking this to Staples or Office Depot, whatever is in the area, and having it spiral bound. I did recently purchase a spiral binding machine. I can do some things, but I'm not that great at it, and I'm not going to mess this up. So I'm going to take it to get that done. And then this is, during the lessons, they will say, okay, you need to read, in level K and level 1, they had mini books, okay? And then they also had a reader. So it would say, okay, read this mini book 3 times, and then, but it tells you step by step what to do. You don't have to do anything. So I'm assuming that this is like, it tells you when to read this. Then level 1, she's already been through that reader. She's done it really well, so we're not going to go back over it. It also comes with a shared reader. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if I read it to her or anything. I haven't gotten into it, but we will. I love these readers that they give. They just have the best old-timey pictures. It reminds me of when I was little, and I had to read those Dick and Jane books. So I was reading by 3, so I had, and that was in the 70s. So, you know, I love this stuff. Love it. She likes it too, and that's what she's requested, and so I try to really get things that she enjoys. We are going to do level 5 handwriting. I have found that this is the easiest for her to do. Her handwriting is terrible. She started out, printing, of course, in public school kindergarten, and then she went to a private school kindergarten for another year of kindergarten, and they did a Becca cursive. I don't like a Becca cursive. It teaches them the proper form, and it's beautiful, but that's not the way we write it when we're big. We just don't write that way. So this is more along her speed, and I have, quite frankly, this one has all cursive in it, and it's smaller. I may end up, she's in level 4 right now, may end up doing, having her redo either level 3 or level 4 before we go into this, because her handwriting is just so bad, and I want her to be able to write pretty and small. Now, I will say that she can write pretty and can do this very well when she tries. But here's what I like about the Good and Beautiful language art, or handwriting. You write out, you copy this, and actually this might be good because it's going back over the letters, how they do it. It's just smaller, so that might be good for her. And then down at the bottom, they have a fun little activity. This one is a maze. And this one happens to be drawing pictures, which brings me to my next thing. She apparently loves to draw. No idea. So with that said, I got her, okay, I really love the Good and Beautiful, so I'm sorry if that's all it seems like we're doing, but it's not, I promise. There are other things. I bought her a drawing set from the Good and the Beautiful. I should have probably just got level 1 and seen how she liked it, but I am a sucker for kits, and so they offered a little bit off of each book if you bought all of them. So there's 5 different levels, and this is level 1. It just gives simple little pictures to draw. So I am so excited about this for her because she is excited about it. Level 2 is a little bit harder, a little bit more things to draw. And then I will skip to level 5 and show you that this is the kind of things that they're going to be drawing. So she has already asked me to dive into these, but I feel like because it's new, I want to get all of our old stuff done. Pretty much we have narrowed it down to math and language arts. That's all we're doing right now, and we are doing a lap book for history. But I just wanted to get it all done so that way we can have a couple of weeks off and then start new during the summer. We will be done with, I'm hoping to be done with her current level 1 language arts by May. I know I just said that earlier, but I'm really striving for that. We may go over a week or 2, and that's okay. Then we'll take a couple of weeks off, and then we're going to dive right into all this new fresh stuff. So excited. I'm going to go into history next. We don't have a formal history program right now. We are doing a lap book over, shoot, I don't even remember what it is. Oh, it's the election. But I did that because it's an election year. And I'm a firm believer in the election process. So while it's a little bit over her head, she loves doing the lap booking. And even she said, she goes, I kind of don't really learn a whole lot. But she said, I like it because it's fun. And she said, I have learned some stuff, but I don't think Ella is on that level of learning it. That's a hard process to learn. There's a lot of different things. It's not just history. It's a process, but it's an amazing one, and I love it. So with that said, I'm not going to do a formal history program until the 5th grade because the ones that I am looking at are 4-year cycles. So I'm looking at the Good and the Beautiful's history and then Story of the World. One of the things I can remember when I was younger is being so confused jumping around in the different history time periods. So if you can take me from one point, early on world history, and go up and move, for me that makes more sense to do it sequentially and not, willy-nilly. We're going to pick a time period and go here, then here, then here, then here. That doesn't work for me. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. I was also looking at a Becca History, she hates Becca. I don't know why, but she does. But I like the way they lay it out. It's simple. But I don't think I'm going to go that route. I think I'm going to go with, I'll probably end up going with the Good and Beautiful, but that's a year away. But anyway, I can do it in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and then start what's required in high school. Here in Texas, nothing is required pretty much right now, so we have the freedom to do whatever we want to do, as long as you have math and history, math and language arts. And in the later years, you are required to do science and history, but right now in elementary school, I don't have to worry about it. But I think it's important, so we do it. So for this next 4th grade year, we are going to do another lap book, American History. So it's not going to take us the whole school year. It just won't. But that's okay. We'll get it done, and she's going to learn some stuff. To go with that, I bought this little United States history game, and it's the Professor Noggin series. We have a couple of other ones that I got at the convention this year. Yes, we were able to go to the convention, and I have another video on that if you want to watch that. So I got that to go along with it, and then a memory game for American history. I don't know if any of this stuff is going to correlate, but I thought it was fun. So whatever. I do have a couple of books, so along with the lap booking lessons, we're going to read some stuff that does correlate if it's in there. And I'm assuming that some of this stuff will be. This says world history, but it has some American history in it. I have the Who Was Abraham Lincoln. I'm sure hoping they have Abraham Lincoln in American history. We have already started this What is the Constitution, and I don't know that we're going to finish it because it's way over her head. But that's there if we need it. I bought these at the Dollar Tree. American Revolution. I bought these like last year. The Battle of Gettysburg. Another Abraham Lincoln book. Civil Rights in America. Very important. Just a book about Washington, D.C. I don't know that we'll read that, but we might. Actually, a story about Pocahontas. I guess I got that at Half Price Books. I don't know. Alexander Hamilton, Presidents of the United States, and then Benjamin Franklin. I don't know that we'll get to all these, because you know how that goes. You start something and then you don't finish it. That's okay. So that's our history plan. Like I said, next year in 5th grade we will start a history program, and we will do it. That's just all there is. On the science forefront, this is not something that we're going to do every day because I have other things, but I bought this nature notebook from the Good and the Beautiful. We have almost 3 acres where we live, not a lot here in Texas. You know, a lot of people have a lot of acreage, farms, cattle ranches, whatever. We don't have a lot of acres, but we do have almost 3 acres. So we can go outside, and we have trees, and we have different species of snakes, and just a lot of different animals. We have a big feral pig problem out here, so not that I want to run into one of those, but just to give you an example. But we have a lot of different plant and vegetation, so we can go out and see a lot of different things, and just maybe have a fun day, and not stress about science. Because with that said, I have bought different things from the Good and the Beautiful for science. I've never used their science units. I am really, really excited. I can't even explain to you how excited I am. So, with that said, this is one unit that makes my nerdy nurse heart happy, because she chose it, and this is the only one that she chose, and she is so excited to do it. It's way over her head as I've gotten into it and put it together, but we're just going to skim it, and then we'll keep it, and we'll use it another year, because these are reusable. The human body. I'm an ER nurse here in DFW Metroplex, so I'm really excited about this. I bought these. I'm going to do a video on how I put these together, because the Good and the Beautiful science units come unbound and just loose leaf. So I will do a a video on how I put all these together, because I do have a laminator. I love laminating. That is so fun. Love it. I have a laminator, and then I just bought a binding machine, so I'll show you all about that. But to go with it, at the convention, I bought this body game. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know how hard or easy it will be for her, but I'm really excited. And my husband's a fireman, EMT, so he knows a little bit about the body too, so woo! The next one that we did, I know for sure we'll get through at least 2 of these units. I don't know, probably 3. I don't know about the 4th one, and I don't know what order we're going to do these in, other than the human body she wants to do first. So the next one is space science. Really excited about this one too. We're going to make a planet model. What do you call that? Planet model. This I bought with it from the Good and the Beautiful. It's just a little reader that she can read. Just a little fun. It'll take her a day, but that's okay. She doesn't like to read, so that's right on her level. I also bought the Professor Noggin game Space. So as we get into that, we'll probably have a couple of days where we just play the game. I have this book from Dollar Tree on space. And then, oh, that's it for space. The next one I bought was Meteorology. We may actually do this one second when I get it put together, because she loves the weather. We are right in tornado season right now. So the other night, actually on my birthday, we had a very significant storm that kept us up till almost 1 a.m. I typically sleep through them, but she does not. So we always are watching the radars. She loves to learn about it, and she's very interested in learning how weather comes about. So I'm excited about that. To go along with that, I have this book. I bought this at Aldi's. It's a grocery store. I just happened to come across it and find it, and there is actually a weather tab in here. This goes over a bunch of different things, but there's weather and experiments, and I haven't opened up the meteorology unit yet, so I don't know what kind of experiments are going to be in there. So I have that to go along with it if we need. I may not ever touch it. The last one that I bought, and I'm really excited about it too, is the Mammals Unit. It is the largest unit that I have, and we may not get to it this year. We might, I don't know. It depends on how fast we go through it. So it's really kind of thick, and the preparation that I put into these is quite significant. I actually take it to work and do it there, and then I do some stuff here, but I work at a standalone ER, so we're not that busy, so I have the opportunity to put these all together. I'm excited about this one. The pictures in the Good and the Beautiful are just gorgeous. And if I don't get anything out of it, I can at least look at the pictures. But my daughter loves it, so I'm hoping that she likes these science units. I'm sorry, my allergies are terrible. So with that, with the Mammals Unit, you have the option to buy a book pack. Prairie Dog Town is actually not in that book pack. You have to buy it separate. I think they offered it free when they first came out with the Mammals Unit. I did not get in on that, but I did get in on sale. So I got all this stuff for really good prices. And they don't offer sales very much because they're so cheap anyway. But anyway, this is a little book that I will be reading to her. She freaks out when she sees that many words on the page, so I'll be reading this to her. But these are actually incorporated into the unit, I think. This one is Mammals of Small Pond. It just talks about different ones. So, in different seasons, so that's good. Can you track it? Which will really be good out here because we do have deer, we have coyotes, we have skunks, we have rabbits, we have everything. I don't know, do y'all have everything out there wherever you live? It talks about beavers, it talks about everything, and it shows you their tracks in here, and if you can find tracks out in your yard and see if you can figure out what they are. This one is Mammals from Down Under. It's pretty cool. Just to learn about different parts of the world and learn what different animals do. So, and then I bought this at Walmart, and it's got some mammals in it, so we may just look at the pictures because you know National Geographic always has good information and good pictures. Okay, almost done because I know this is getting long. Math. Ella's good at math. We have gone round and round about math because just like in reading, she freaks out about the number of problems on the page. She can do them, but she freaks out because she wants to get school done. She is just one of those kids that wants to do it. She does not like skipping problems. We were using BJU Press Math, which I liked. Had no problem with it, but there were so many problems on the pages. It was less than a Becca, which we had done for 2nd grade. And I would say, okay, if she was grasping a concept, I would say, okay, skip, do evens or odds, or I would pick specific ones for her that I thought she needed to know. She didn't like that because she had to skip problems, and she likes to make sure that everything is done on the page, which totally proud of that. So we went to Master Books Math, which is a far cry from Abeka or BJU Press. And that's what we're currently using is 3rd grade Master Books. Math Lessons for Living Education is what it's called. I don't think it's enough. I don't think there's enough problems. I'm not saying that it's not enough because it teaches you everything you need to know about math. Not even going to argue there. I just don't think there's enough problems for her. Some stuff is not sticking. And so what I have done is I bought the 2nd grade, the 2nd part of The Good and the Beautiful's 2nd grade math. There's 2 parts. All I bought was the book. I didn't buy the manipulatives kit because they don't have 3rd grade out yet. It doesn't come till June. So what our plan is when it comes out in June, the 3rd grade, I'm going to order that, and we're going to go through that through the summer, and then 4th grade comes out in the fall, and then we'll get that. That is the plan right now. However, Master Books kind of stuck with her a couple weeks ago, like I said earlier. So we're going to reevaluate that. And I read where they are coming out with a virtual academy. So if we can do just math with that, I don't know what's going to be included. They haven't let any of that information come out yet. So I don't know. We're still kind of stuck. We're still looking at other maths as well. I let her look with me because I want to make sure she's going to be comfortable with it. But she does like The Good and the Beautiful's math. If we had all the manipulatives and everything that came with it, I think she would like it. My only concern is that it's a little long. There's a lot of games. Now, they are optional, but I have heard that the 3rd grade is going to be a little bit more self-directed and not so much mommy. So that's good. Okay, this video is really long. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I don't get anything from it. I just want to get the information of what I am using, what I think works for some kids. That's it. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.